Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good everything, and welcome to a new Coffee with Kavanah. I flew to the Netherlands, to The Hague. This is so beautiful because I have an incredible guest, and I will tell you, she's Sabine Sterk, and she has lived in many countries in the Middle East. So she knows a lot about this one. And the way we will talk today, it's a story about truth, courage, and Sabine is building bridges where it's very difficult. So, welcome to One Coffee with Kavanah, Sabine, and the founder of Time to Stand Up for Israel. It's a foundation, and she's combating disinformation while promoting the dialogue. And this is the important thing that Sabine is promoting the dialogue and an accurate picture of Israel. So we have an incredible guest today. So welcome to One Coffee with Kavanah, Sabine, and
thank you.
And with this beautiful picture of The Hague, because she lives there. You know that. So hello.
Yeah, The Hague. It's beautiful. The government is seated there in this building.
Yes, correct. So that's why it's my background, and there's a lot of things that are going on in this place. But let me go to your childhood, because it was shaped because your father's deployment in the Middle East, and you used to live in Syria. Interesting.
Damascus.
In Damascus. So you know a lot about this one. So did you observe in those years that still guides you today what you're doing?
Yes, a lot. What I felt the first time I set foot in Haifa, we moved by boat from Europe to the Middle East. And when we docked there in Haifa, it was something unforgettable. It was like a homecoming. I was just 11 years old, and it was in the middle of the night, and I set foot on Haifa and I felt an energy. I felt home, and it's amazing. That energy is something I never felt before, and I never felt afterwards. And it's amazing. Afterwards, that was the very first impression. Afterwards, what I've seen in Israel, the unity of the Israelis in that time. We were talking about 1978, 1979. Israel was not very old, 30 years old, but what they achieved in the country, how you felt welcome, and the fields with the green, the trees, it was amazing. And it's something till day was and still am full of admiration.
I mean, that's wonderful. And when you moved to Damascus, to Syria, how was that change? Because it's great what you felt in Israel. I mean, the energy is amazing, but there's an experience to move to another country, and that's a big change. And I would like if you can give us the opportunity to tell us how was the living. Let me talk about the living there in Damascus in those days.
It was a culture shock for us. First we came from the safe Netherlands, then we stayed like 2 months in Israel, and then came the day that we left to Damascus, and we came into a scared society. It was totally different in Israel. You felt the people were scared. It was at the time of the old Assad. He was ruling, and we went to the souk and to the market everywhere. And there you had big portraits of Assad. And my mother asked to one of the sellers, why everybody has Assad and then they look around them, and then they say, well, we have to. If we don't put this picture of Assad, they kill us. And it was scary. I was a very happy child, and I had a neighbor and with a girl of my age, and we walked through the city with the mother. And I walked on government buildings, stairs up, stairs down, and they were very angry. Then, don't do that, they shoot you. So the whole society was in fear, and also in fear of Israel, because when we went to Damascus, we got a briefing that we are not allowed to talk about Israel, but we had to talk about the other side. We were not allowed to take stuff from Israel. If we had garbage, we had to bring that to the embassy to get that burned, because if they found something about Israel, they would, we were not safe anymore. And that fear you felt. So every 2 weeks we lived in Damascus, and every 2 weeks we went back to Israel to feel free and to be happy and to live.
So you were switching between Damascus and Tel Aviv every 2 weeks, because your father was working there, so he needs to work in Damascus or the Middle East. But you were, enjoying the life in Israel, being free and, going everywhere, taking pictures, jumping or whatever, eating what you want, and that's it.
Yes.
Okay, that was a good experience when you're a child and you are in a country with this type of circumstances. It's something that it keeps you in your mind. But let me go further. Let me go to action. Founding time to stand up for Israel. Let me go back to 2014, because after the Har Nof terror attack, you founded time to stand up for Israel. I mean, we are talking about a really neutral organization on Israel politics, focus on the Jewish identity. We are talking about accurate information and how you can contribute to Israel. And that's the main issue of time to stand up for Israel.
Yes.
Let me ask you something, Sabine. Why was absolutely naturally, and why it's so crucial in your mission that this is a neutral organization? So we are not talking about like you are in one side and really strong, and it's important to be very neutral. And let me talk about this one.
Yeah. As I just told, I lived in the Middle East. I saw the reality on the ground. My parents did a lot there. That's maybe for later. But when I left to Israel, the entire Dutch population was pro-Israel. When I returned, it was a shift. I don't know what happened, but it was a shift, and people started to be against Israel. During those years, I always felt the need to protect Israel, because I saw the reality, and what was told on the ground was not correct. So I founded Time to Stand Up for Israel 2014 after the terror attack in Har Nof. And I noticed a lot of pro-Israel organizations, and I noticed a lot of, let's say, Palestinian propaganda. The Palestinians, I call them Palestinians, but the Palestinians, the pro-Palestinian side, let's make it more clear, is unity. When they attack Israel. It seems they are no disagreements, they are one. It's not true maybe what they tell, but they are together in attacking Israel online. And Israelis in the beginning said, oh, we don't need that. We have the truth on our side. But, well, that you see different wars, and media war is one of them. Israel is losing the media war big time. What I saw was that people were not united, and the strength of Israel is unity. Some people were pro-Netanyahu, others were against Netanyahu, others were Christians, others were against Christianity. And I have only two objectives. Israel has the right to exist, and Israel has the duty, not the right to defend itself, the duty to defend herself. And if you are united, all the groups together, that's my dream. I have a dream, and that's that groups will be united. Then we are much stronger. You see so many pro-Israel groups fighting among each other, or influencers that are getting money for their hashbara, and are afraid to give the audience away to someone that does it for free. So for me, it's very crucial that we are not politically involved in the government in Israel. I'm in the Netherlands. I don't have anything to say about the Prime Minister of Israel. The Israelis know best. They live there. They go to the election. Israel is a democratic country, so the Prime Minister is democratically elected. So stay away from that. You know, it has no use, because I will defend Israel no matter what. If it's Netanyahu, Bennett, or I don't know, I will always defend Israel. And also with religion, I'm not Christian, I'm not religious at all. Stay away from that. Defend Israel because you feel it's just. You feel Israel is a moral, democratical country. And that's my reason.
And Sabine, I mean, yeah, sure, and it's important. Let me go further in time. You have some moments where you are building some bridges, and you met an Iranian man, and so we're talking with someone that used to live in the Middle East, but also you had the opportunity to meet someone from Iran, and. What did those actions teach you about safety, about telling the truth in some way, sometimes under pressure? Because that's a good case.
The Iranian guy. We were for 3.5 years with Time to Stand Up for Israel on Dam Square every week. Yes. To tell the truth, to support Israel and to support Israelis. In such an occasion, an Iranian man came, and we were very vulnerable. We are in the middle of the Dam Square, and a lot of hostility. And you don't know what to expect. Dus the first thing we always do is never turn your back against the crowd. Look at them straight in the eyes and try to think, to feel the energy between the people. It's for your own safety. This guy was different than other guys. The Iranian guy. He went to the place where the pro-Palestinians were. He came back with a handful of flyers. And then we are looking to each other. Okay, we get trouble because if somebody is first visiting the other side and come to us, you have something like, okay, we prepared. But he was looking, he was silent, he was looking around, and he said, can you tell me exactly what's going on in the Middle East? Not in the Middle East, in Israel, in Judea and Samaria. He called it Judea and Samaria. He didn't call it West Bank. It was already special. And now I started to talk to him. I started to explain what happened and blah. And then he said, very quietly, he said, I know. He said, I'm from Iran. And I went to the other side and I know their story because they told me from child on that Israel is bad and Americans are bad and evil. And he said, I am so happy you told the truth. He said, but don't be afraid. The people of Iran are not bad, it's the government. And there are more and more people understanding that Israel is not the enemy. Don't fear. There will come a revolution and things will change. So that was very special, but it is also dangerous, of course. Now we had a good guy, but we had also stories of very dangerous situations. And,
but Sabine, I mean, if we go into the details of this situation, that first of all you were, I mean, we will have some problem here, and then you found that a normal person from Iran and is able to stand up in front of you and be able to talk. And this is the important thing that I would like to highlight. That there are many opportunities in life in where we can build bridges between the Palestinian, the Arab world, and the Jewish world. So it's not a thing, and this is what you're doing with your organization. It's very important. You are trying to show that in a very neutral way how things can improve in the future. And so it was a moment where dialogue transformed the confrontation to words. And I mean, it's something, because this was back in 2017, years ago. Let me go and travel on time again, and 2023. So let's jump to 2023. Since October 2023, there's a high volume of disinformation, especially on social platforms. And when you go there and you see what some of this is being shown, some images, some videos, some even though some testimonials, what changed most dramatically after October 23 in the street and online?
What changed? It's sad to see that the first 2-3 days, maybe a week, the whole country, I can only talk, of course, now from what's in the street here in the Netherlands. You saw the whole country in shock. And after a week, it started to become there was a totally shift. Everybody started to be against Israel, the poor Palestinians, and they were the victims and Israel was the aggressor. It was very clear that the level of anti-Semitism and aggression towards people, Jews, but also Zionists, even if you say you're pro-Israel, it was dangerous. And I think it was always there, the anti-Semitism. I think it's more the anti-Semitism, but it's now out of the open. It's totally accepted when you are telling that the most horrible things about the Jews or Israelis. And that is a very sad thing, because it was hidden, it was never away, but it's in the open now. and you see that on the streets. I saw that personally in my work. I was not allowed to talk about Israel. It costed my job. You cannot walk with the Magen David. It's dangerous. As you see, I walk with it, but maybe I'm a little bit crazy. I don't want to bow for aggression, but you see it, and you see it online also. Everything is accepted if Israel is attacked on the most horrific ways. Even I talk about LinkedIn. I have a big company page there, more than 80,000 followers, and I was banned for a period of time, a long period of time, for telling the truth. LinkedIn said it's not allowed, and then we started with a group of pro-Israel advocates to see what the other side is posting, and it's horrific. Hitler glorifying posts, plain lies like the genocide, everything what's being told. I don't think I have to tell what's being told, but that's that was accepted. And if I had a post that my tactics is I post something and then I tell a little bit the history, so it's factual, and it was deleted, and even my profile was away. So it's very hostile. It's very difficult to make your point, because you have to be careful and you have to weigh your words very carefully. And the other side is the most horrific words. I don't want to repeat them. And that's the difference. I don't know why, but that's happening today.
But let me talk about time to stand up for Israel, because what the job you're doing today, it's like responding at speed and keeping credibility. And you mentioned that you have 80,000 followers.
So that's a 90,000. Yeah.
Well, whatever, 80, 90,000 followers in LinkedIn. I mean, that's a number, and that is worldwide. So it's anyway, it's a good number for LinkedIn. There is people that is listening. What time to stand up for Israel? What you guys are doing and telling. I would say the other side of the information. And how do you decide to go and enter this countertop and sit down and see and analyze and then answer? And with this audience of 90,000, that there's a people that is reading what you guys are doing, and there's a lot of credibility there. If not, it's impossible to have 90,000.
Yeah, I must say I'm a bit different than others. And some people really don't like it, but I have an opinion. I think that there are 3 groups of people that you have to reach. You can reach the people that are pro-Israel. You reach the people that are against Israel. You reach, and both of those groups, it has no use, because pro-Israel is already, we are pro-Israel, and the others, whatever you say, you will never change their minds. The challenge is to approach the big group of millions of people that do not care, do not know, they don't have any interest, and because the pro-Palestinian side is much stronger in propaganda than the Israeli side. They see the most horrible movies, and then if I didn't know anything, I would also be pro-Palestinian. So for those people, I post do my posts, that they learn something, that they see a different side, and yeah, I don't know how many people I reach, to be honest. For that, I'm too small. I'm doing mostly alone. But even if I change one person's opinion, I'm happy already. And that sounds, but that I feel.
90,000, and you're growing and growing. And I mean, you're changing, and it's more than changing. You are telling something that it's over there. It's on the counter, you take it or you leave it, but you are telling your ideas of what is happening in Israel. And as I also know that time to stand up for Israel formalized in a foundation in 2023. So now you are across LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, X, TikTok, and many others.
Everywhere.
Which channels matter most for reach versus trust? And how do you adapt tone for each? Because the audience is different in LinkedIn and Instagram and Facebook. So
honestly, for me, LinkedIn is the most important one. Why? Because it's business. Although I am a very bad businesswoman and I'm still doing this without any funds, it's you reach an audience that is professional. So I reached you.
yes,
We can help each other to spread the word. That's on LinkedIn. You reach a lot of people that can help in their profession, in whatever, you know. In Facebook, I have also maybe over the 100,000, 200,000. A lot of followers, but Facebook is more the daily stuff. It's not professional. I do it. It's important. And maybe on Facebook you reach more people that do not know. I don't know. But I don't adapt the tone. Why not? Because I only post factual posts. So, for example, you know the meme with the Dome of the Rock, and this is built on the remains of the temple. Then I post that picture, and I write the history of the Dome of the Rock, when it became Arab, when not. And I cannot adapt tone because that's the fact. Maybe sometimes it's too harsh for people, but it's the inconvenient truth. But I try to stay factual, and I try not to insult people. Sometimes after a terror attack or whatever, then you can be emotional and you can write things that might insult some people. But yeah, I don't have a filter between my brain and my mouth. But I try to only post facts. So I don't want to insult, so I don't have to adapt tone.
Good. And this is bridge building, and you are always emphasize that bridges are over barricades, and it's important that with your tone, and I can understand that sometimes because you're a human, you may say something that will touch toes to someone else, but
yes.
In the main idea, you are posting facts, ideas, showing what you have seen there and in the Netherlands, and it's important. And so how can listeners in this Coffee with Kavanah can reach you? Tell us about the way that if they want to join you in LinkedIn or in Facebook, or you have a page where they can receive a newsletter. I mean, I know you have all these tools, so if you can tell the audience, because time is flying, we have talked a lot. We have gone into many details, which is very nice, but it's time to tell the audience how can I reach Sabine?
Yeah, we can. You can reach me at the website, but the website is still in progress. Soon after this week, they will start to build a more professional one. But for now, you can reach me there. That's www.timetostandupforisrael.com altogether. You can search for me with the same in LinkedIn on the company page, and you can reach me. On Facebook, also on Time to Stand Up for Israel, on X, everywhere you can find me, and you can send me a message, and I will reply.
Well, guys, you have heard. I mean, there are many ways that where you can be in touch with Sabine. You need to know time to stand up for Israel.com and all the other deviations. But it's really easy. You need to see over there. You will see also our text. So, guys, I mean, it's not a trouble. It's easy to get in touch with Sabine, and the most important thing is that you will know the facts. And she's building bridges, and it's important to hear someone who is in the Netherlands to try to build bridges, all over the world. Well, Sabine, from your childhood in the Middle East, which was important to Europe, public square, you have shown a lot of action and empathy that the world can coexist. Jews, Arab, they can coexist. The Palestinian can coexist, and follow time to stand up for Israel. It's a way that you are trying to do that, and it's important thing that you are doing and promoting spaces for honest dialogue. So, I mean, thank you very much for being with Coffee with Kavanah, and we will share all these links, and so you can be in touch. And I hope that in a few weeks, time to stand up for Israel can reach 300,000, whatever, a good number. And
Would be nice.
Thank you very much for coming to One Coffee with Kavanah. Let me tell my guys that you can subscribe our channel. We are also having a good number, and don't forget to go to the next chapter that we are going to take very, very soon. It will be amazing. So, Sabine, thank you very much. Take care now.
Thank you.